On one wintry morning in the law school, I was a student of the Campus Law Center here in Delhi. One of my friends walked up to me over a cup of tea and said in Hindi, "Ab tu karega kya? What will you do in life?" So I said, "I will do exactly what all of us are here to do, which is to study law and become lawyers." But then he said, "Par zindagi kaise guzarega? How will you make your livelihood?" So I said, I was a little nonplussed, and I said that, well, by practicing law. But then he said that, देख, मैं आपको कुछ सच्चाई सुनाना चाहता हूँ कि इस प्रोफेशन में आपको जीना है तो और कुछ भी थोड़ा सा अपना ले. तो मैंने कहा, तो क्या अपना लें? What should I do? So he says, why don't you get a gas agency or a retail oil dealership? So you can tell the world that you are a lawyer, but you will have sufficient means to sustain yourselves. And I said to myself, that thought has never left me. Because in so many ways it reflects the truth about our profession. That while you have at the tip of the profession top-notch lawyers in the Supreme Court who would have, say, 7 or 8 screens open before them when the video conferencing hearings were going on so that they could flip from court to court at the flip of a mouse. Yet you have lawyers, when the court was shut and the registrar's court was not functioning during the COVID times, they were virtually living from hand to mouth. One of the first things that the Supreme Court Bar Association president told us was, "Sir, when you reopen the court, please get the registrar's court going." Now the registrar's court deals with very small procedural issues, substitution of legal heirs, placing a matter before the chamber court, all the small things for which juniors run to that court. But he said that is what sustains the junior's life and livelihood, because that's when a junior will get 800,000 rupees to appear and at the end of the month be able to sustain a family. For the longest period when I was a member of the Mumbai Bar, space was very difficult to get. So I had an office all of 180 square feet. But the beauty of my office is that you just crossed over from the High Court into my office, but it was all of 180 square feet, which was sufficient to sustain the kitchen, the home, the hearth, and the family. As a young law student, when we went to the Campus Law Center, we would take the DTC bus. I still remember the bus route numbers, which was 210, 220, or 240. It took the ring road. If it was very crowded, you took a 101, which went to Regal and which went through Old Delhi. It took a longer time. And again, as young students of law, we would use those conversations in these buses to talk about law, to talk about what we are reading, or just plain friendship and camaraderie. And that sense of friendship and camaraderie is what sustains our profession. All of us in the profession, and when I say all of us, I don't mean the judges, because by training, we do not have a political ideology. We decide cases on the basis of the law. But all of us as lawyers, we have our own ideologies, we have our own predilections, we have our own social backgrounds. But the beauty of the legal profession is that when we wear that black coat, a white shirt and black trouser, and wear that gown over us, it kind of masks everything that lies underneath. And it is a reminder to us that irrespective of what we profess or believe, we are all involved in one common mission, which is the mission to do justice to common citizens. I did my BA in Economics Honours from St. Stephen's College, an elite institution of the university, of which I am deeply proud even today. Some of the finest minds in the country, which are laying down policy even today, were batchmates of mine, and I look up to them even now. But that journey from St. Stephen's College to the Campus Law Center was a journey of a different universe. Because when we became students of law, you had students from all different backgrounds. Not students who are necessarily academically the brightest students in the nation, but students who had an earthy understanding of life, farmers' children, children who would be the first generation of lawyers in their families, who taught us about the reality of India and from whom we learned the reality of India.